Flooding isolates North Carolina communities as Helene's death toll rises above 100 across southeast. Hurricane Helene's landfall and impact. Hurricane Helene struck Florida's Big Bend region as a powerful Category 4 hurricane late Thursday night, unleashing 140 miles per hour winds and a devastating storm surge. The hurricane's trajectory caused widespread destruction across multiple southeastern states, including Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, and Tennessee, leaving 101 confirmed dead and millions without power. North Carolina's isolation and destruction. North Carolina, particularly its western regions, has been hit hard by catastrophic flooding and landslides, leaving communities isolated. Hundreds of roads and bridges were destroyed, cutting off access to critical supplies like food, water, and fuel. Dozens of people have been confirmed dead, and many remain unaccounted for, with Buncombe County bearing the highest casualties. Desperate calls for help in isolated areas. Governor Roy Cooper emphasized the urgency of the situation, with many residents trapped and without communication due to impassable roads and power outages. Rescue efforts are ongoing, and state and federal resources, including the National Guard and FEMA, are being mobilized to reach the hardest-hit areas. Ongoing recovery and supply shortages. Power outages across the southeast have left millions in darkness, but utility crews have restored power to approximately 2.1 million people as of Monday. However, the destruction has severely disrupted supply chains, leading to shortages of food, water, and fuel in North Carolina. Long lines at gas stations, especially in areas like Fletcher, have caused tensions among residents, forcing local law enforcement to consider posting deputies for crowd control. Federal Emergency Response. President Joe Biden approved a major disaster declaration for North Carolina, enabling federal aid to assist with the recovery efforts. More than 800 FEMA personnel are on the ground across the region, working alongside state and local authorities to distribute supplies and coordinate recovery operations. Helicopter aid to isolated communities. With many roads still destroyed, helicopters have been deployed to drop essential supplies into isolated communities. Crews are working tirelessly to clear debris and rebuild access routes, but the situation remains dire for many residents awaiting aid. Flash flood emergencies and evacuations. The relentless rain from Hurricane Helene caused dozens of flash flood emergencies across North Carolina, triggering life-threatening conditions. Officials warned residents to seek higher ground as floodwaters rapidly inundated communities. The torrential rain, measuring between 10 to 29 inches, caused rivers to overflow, damaging homes and businesses. The devastation in Florida and beyond. Florida's Gulf Coast experienced catastrophic storm surges, particularly in the Big Bend region, where water levels exceeded 15 feet. Barrier islands like Treasure Island were severely impacted, with 4 confirmed deaths and significant property damage. Coastal cities such as Tampa and Clearwater Beach faced their highest surge levels in decades. Challenges in Tennessee and neighboring states. The effects of Helene extended into Tennessee, where flooding collapsed bridges and trapped people on rooftops. Emergency crews conducted dangerous rescue operations, saving dozens from a flooded hospital in East Tennessee. The storm's widespread destruction has stretched resources across the southeast, with multiple states facing complex recovery challenges. Long-term recovery efforts underway as the cleanup continues. Authorities face the immense challenge of restoring normalcy in affected areas. With damaged infrastructure, ongoing power outages, and supply shortages, it will take weeks, if not months, to fully recover from Hurricane Helene's devastation. Despite the progress in restoring power, rebuilding damaged homes, businesses, and roads remains a priority for state and federal agencies.